Norm, let's go back to what we heard from Pam Bondi there. You have the Attorney General singling out one federal judge. Have you seen this before? Aren't they supposed to be on the same team?
Pam Bondi's comments, Anna, were of a piece with what we've seen in the first 2 months of the Trump administration, an assault on the Constitution. She is saying that Article 3 of the Constitution, which gives federal judges the power to do exactly what Jeb Boasberg is doing, to oversee whether laws like the Alien Enemies Act are being followed.
She's at the top of the Justice Department.
She's tearing up the Constitution. And that is why it's another example of the hundreds of cases I've been involved in bringing or helping on, a couple dozen of them, the hundreds of cases, over 100 cases that have gone to judges. And you know what? Democratic appointed judges, about over 80% of the time have ruled against Trump. Yes, it's unconstitutional. It's illegal. Republican appointed judges also over 80% of the time, and she's exemplifying it. That's the bad news. The good news is they're losing in court, and I think Judge Boasberg, who I've known for 3 decades, since he was a young prosecutor, I was a young defense lawyer in D.C. Superior Court, Judge Boasberg is going to impose consequences, and he should.
You talk about the Constitution being your guiding light here. We're talking about the foundations of this very country and the democratic system at stake here. Bigger picture, when you take a look at how this President Trump, is essentially trying to override so much of the division of power within the government, trying to take power from the other two branches. You have the DOJ that's supposed to be independent, not really operating that way right now. There's been little appetite in Congress. It's led by Republicans to fight back against this. So could Trump's efforts to expand his executive authority work? Could we end up with an imperial presidency?
The genius of the founders of our country and the framers of the Constitution was that they put in multiple checks and balances. Yes, Congress is in the hands of the MAGA Republican caucus. The Republican constitutionalists of Trump's first term are no longer in control. But you have Article 3, the judiciary, that is acting as a guardrail in these cases, over 80% win rate. I know at my organization, State Democracy Defenders Fund alone, we've gotten court orders saying Trump can't target 6,000 FBI agents who worked on January 6th, that he can't, he wrongly fired over 20,000 federal government employees. They're being reinstated by the courts. Just this week, we got a court order saying Elon Musk and Doge operated unconstitutionally when they tore down, as he put it, put USAID through the wood chipper, a very important government agency. So Article 3 is pushing back. That's one guardrail. But you know what? They're starting to wake up the political class. We've seen a lot of energy from leaders around the country. And the public is waking up with these demonstrations all over the country. So I don't think, I hope, and I don't think Donald Trump is going to achieve his objective of an imperial presidency because of this pushback, but we'll see.
We'll see. He's going after judges. He's going after law firms, we've seen. He's going after individual lawyers, including you. I don't know if you saw this, but here's what he said during his controversial Justice Department remarks last week.
There's a guy named Norm Eisen. I don't even know what he looks like. His name is Norm Eisen of Crew. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he looks like. But everything I read is Norm Eisen of Crew. And Crew is a charitable organization. And that's a political thing. His sole life is to get Donald Trump. And he's been vicious and violent.
How do you respond?
Well, first of all, it's a badge of honor. He's lashing out because he's losing all of these cases. And that's what you see. They don't know how to deal with the fact that the courts and litigators like me, many other people who are stepping up, have been pushing back, defending our Constitution, defending the American people, and winning. So I take it as a backhanded compliment. Anna, is full of misstatements. I'm not violent. I only file lawsuits and write reports and op-eds, and he knows exactly who I am. He saw me every day in the first impeachment. I've had dinner with him. When we were in court for his criminal trial, he pointed at me repeatedly as he walked out. So there's also the usual dose of Trump falsehoods.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for continuing to speak out, and we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Anna.
Thank you, Norm Eisen.